Gotcha. Peace, fam. It's your brother Cool. Islam. Happy fiscal new year, right? But really, happy solstice. Happy solstice, everybody. So, I haven't done one of these in a very long time. But I was watching a show the other day called Captain Planet. And I was finding it amazing how I could relate Captain Planet to trust. So I thought to myself, because I always try to figure out ways to simplify trust in ways where people can relate, you know what I'm saying? So it's not looked at like, oh, they're learning a different language. I can pull something that you're familiar with and then relate that to trust. So, um, so we're going to talk about trust. We're going to talk about the parties in trust. And I want you to keep that in mind as we talk about Captain Planet. Think about the positions of a trust, the parties of a trust, the purpose of the trust, and all that. All right, we're going to get to that. So, the particular name of this trust is going to be called Captain Planet. Okay, so Captain Planet is a trust name. Now, there's positions in a trust. You got the grantor / creator. All right. You got the trustee / executor. All right. Or another term for trustee is protector or visor. Okay. Then you have beneficiary. It's a holy trinity. It's a holy trinity, okay? No bigger than 3. And the beneficiary is also known as the heir. To make it more clear for us, also known as the secured party, also known as the creditor, and to wrap all that up in a nutshell, called the Moor, who is a national. Okay? So, I'm thinking ahead about that more. But so, Captain Planet, who's the grantor creator? Grantor creator is a melanated woman, a symbol of the earth, goes by the name of Gaia. Okay? So Gaia is the one who created this trust. The earth created the trust. What's the purpose of the trust called Captain Planet? The purpose of the Captain Planet trust is to protect the earth. Simple as that. All right? Mission of the trust. We have our grantor, Gaia. Trustee. The trustees, and there were more than one trustee, right? The trustees are known as planeteers. Okay? I don't remember their names by heart, but you know what I'm saying? There's 5 of them. And the symbol, right, or the instrument of proof that they are indeed a party to this trust is the trustees have rings. Right? The trustees have rings. That's to identify externally that they're part of the trust. One has a ring for heart, one has a ring for earth, one has a ring for fire, one has a ring for water, and one has a ring for air. Okay? When they put, right, because everything they do in reference to this trust to enforce this mission, right, for this mission to be a success, they got to do everything in the name of who? Captain Planet. What's Captain Planet? The name of the trust. Now, there's an actual figure, right, a being when the Planeteers combine their rings together, they actually form a being, right? That they operate through as one. So that being holds all of their powers, like Voltron, right? That would be Captain Planet. So at that point, Captain Planet becomes or Captain Planet is what is known as the parent trustee. All right. So you got the head trustee, and then you got, kind of like a sheriff. You got the sheriff, and then you got deputies. Okay. You got the parent trustee, and then you got the trustees, the deputies. Okay. Captain Planet is the parent trustee. So everything the Planeteers do, they got to do it. They got to do it through Captain Planet. Sure, they can do little things here individually because they are a party to the trust, right? But to enforce the overall mission of the organization, they got to do everything in the name of the organization. So that means when shit gets real, they got to summon Captain Planet, right? Who's the beneficiaries of the trust? Beneficiaries of the trust are the people of Earth as well as the Planeteers. Now, you're probably going to ask me, how is it that the Planeteers can be the trustee and the beneficiary at the same time? I'm going to tell you how. When you have a trust that has more than one beneficiary, the trustee can play multiple positions as long as there's more than one beneficiary. And last time I checked, if you count the people on Earth, there's about 7 billion people on the planet called Earth. So that's way more than one trustee. Therefore, the Planeteers, by that structure, the Planeteers can be the trustees, meaning they're the ones protecting, right, the inheritances of the people of Earth. They're enforcing the Constitution, if you want to call it. This would be the Constitution. So the Planeteers are enforcing the Constitution, and their Constitution is about protecting the Earth, meaning keep the trash away. No trash, no garbage. Keep everything clean. Keep everything pure. Okay? So like I said, there's more than one beneficiary. So the trustee can go back and forth as long as there's more than one beneficiary. If there's one beneficiary, you can't be the trustee and the beneficiary if there's only one beneficiary. Now, if it's you and your children or you and your family, then you can play both roles. Okay? You can wear both hats without breaking the trust. See, because the trust is not invincible. You can do things that can actually break the trust if you don't know what you're doing. So it's not just about having the paperwork. It's about having the concept in your mind. Okay? Because after you put it on paper, you actually have to move and movement. It needs action to bring life into that trust. Other than that, it's just going to stay where it's at on paper. All right? So it's all about the concept. You got to get the concept. Gaia, grantor, Planeteers, trustee, as well as the beneficiary, right? Who's the beneficiary? The people of Earth. The trustees do everything in the name of Captain Planet to enforce their constitution, which is to protect the Earth from garbage. Now, and like I said, right? The trustees are identified by rings. So the rings are what they hold as a representation that they are a part of this trust, right? So this is what we're going to do. Now, we're going to take that same concept and flip it into actual trust, right? Birthrights and nationality. Now, the Constitution, right, which all treaties created prior to the adoption of this Constitution are valid against the United States. So the Constitution and the treaty are one and the same. So the prophet said to enforce the Constitution. Why to enforce the Constitution? In order to protect. I don't know why I put that there. In order to protect. Same way Gaia wanted to protect the earth, the prophet also had something he wanted to protect. Right? So us enforcing the Constitution, aka enforcing our treaty, protects our birthrights, okay, and our nationality, which is one and the same. Birthrights and nationality. All right. So, as a trustee now, we're going to remove all this here. We're going to simplify now. Because now, there's a trust that we are, or have been claimed to be a party of, that we're not really a party of. Okay? And that trust is known as the United States Corporation Company. All right. When was the United States Corporation Company created? Because it has a birth date. It was created in the year 1925. Registered where? In the state of Florida. What was it registered as? Perpetual. Meaning forever. Okay? So when we talk about the United States, Inc., this is the real legal name for the entity. It's called the United States Corporation Company. Created in 1925, registered with the Secretary of State of Florida. Existence, perpetual, meaning it lasts forever. So, how this particular trust works is who's the grantor? Who's the grantor of this particular trust? Who's the grantor of this trust? Grantor of this trust is known as the office of the Pope. All right? The Pope is the grantor of this trust. Oh, and by the way, this is a corporation sole, meaning it's no different than an ecclesiastical body politic. So everything they do, meaning the United States Corporation Company, they do in the name of religion. Keep that in mind. So, the Pope. Who are the trustees? Who are the trustees? The trustees would be the so-called public officials, right? I'm sorry, the so-called elected officials. Excuse me. So the trustees are the elected officials. As an example, governor, sheriff, etc., secretary. These are elected officials. Mayor, councilman. You understand? These are all elected positions. They're all constitutional. Even though it's being done in a corporate jurisdiction, still constitutional in terms of being elected. All right? Who are the beneficiaries? Now, you would think that being a party to a trust, right? If you're really a part of the trust, then your position in that should be laid out. And there's only 3 slots. There's only 3 slots, y'all. There's only 3 slots that could fill that to properly create a trust. So if you cannot identify yourself in one of these 3 slots, that means that you're not a party to this trust. That means that the only thing you can be in this trust is collateral. We're going to get to that. So, the beneficiaries would be, now, if I was a part of this trust, right? If this trust was made by my ancestors and not foreign pilgrims, right? If it was made by my ancestors, certainly I would be in there as a beneficiary, wouldn't I? Unfortunately, no. Because if you've read the Bankruptcy of the United States Congressional Record 1933, you will know that the beneficiaries of the trust are the international bankers. Who are the international bankers? J.P. Morgan, you know what I'm saying? Rockefeller, etc., 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 etc. Same shit. Okay? So, understanding the beneficiaries are the international bankers, right? The trustees are the elected officials, right? The grantor is the Pope, right? Where is there room for me? Where is there room for you as a Native American in this trust that was created in what year? 1925. We don't have a birth date as to how long we've been here. There's no birth date. You will find no birth date for the original man on this planet. But this thing has a birth date. I am way older than 1925. Are you kidding me? I was on this planet at the same time walking around with the dinosaurs. Are you kidding me? This is laughable, 1925. I go way further back than that. Yo, you crazy? I'm not even from this planet. Come on, man. So, understanding that we don't have a position in this trust, we don't have no power positions anyway. Because a trustee, believe it or not, is still a secured party. They're secured. Okay? So, understanding that, where are the people, is what I'm saying. Where are the American people? They're nowhere to be found. However, there is a place. There is a place. I'm going to show you the place. I'm going to erase this to make more room. Now, the space that people other than these three slots, all right? And those people fall under brands and labels and to things that are not real, like color. There is no black, there is no white. Matter of fact, they're not even colors, they're shades. But that's a whole nother conversation, right? So, you got brands and labels. What are some of these brands? You got black, you got Negro, you got Latino, you got Hispanic. You understand what I'm saying? Even white. That's a brand too. Believe it or not, that is a brand. It is a brand. I don't even care it's just status. No, it's not a status. If it's not good for me to be a color, I shouldn't be a color, period. I shouldn't be black, nor should I be white. I should be who I am, okay? Which is more. I'm a Moorish American. That's what I should be. That's what I am. That's what you should be, okay? Black or white don't make a difference to me. It don't make a difference. You still playing a color game. You still, walking on ice. Why we need to walk on ice? When we got dirt underneath our feet. Let's get grounded, right? Let's get stable. So, with these labels, right? There's another term for these. They're also called U.S. citizens. Okay? Oh, let me not forget aliens, right? That's another brand, another label. So, U.S. citizens, also underneath the 14th Amendment. Okay? This is why the prophet said the 14th and 15th Amendment are not necessary. By the way, the 14th Amendment was ratified in 1868. All right? I'm older than this too. You see what the prophet is saying? The 14th and 15th Amendment, and the 15th Amendment was drafted in 1870. All right? So the 14th and 15th Amendment are not necessary for the salvation of my people. My people. However, his people go under these slave brands, these titles. Not titles, these labels. These brands and these labels that allude to slavery. Okay? A lot of people are going to say black means more. No. If you look up the etymology of black, black means pale and shiny. So this board that I'm writing on is actually black, not white. If you catch my drift. So this would not be a white board, it's actually a black board. So, concepts. So, 14th Amendment citizens, also known as U.S. citizens, also known as franchises. Let me that. Corporate franchises. Okay? Corporate franchises, aka corporations, right? Aka corpse. You know what a corpse is? Corpse is a dead body. That's what a corpse is. Are you dead? Hold on one second, family.